Good morning, everyone. I sure hope this is the right way. I've got all this stuff that wasn't there before. Let me do some finagling and see if it's correct. Well, that's not what I want. Oh my gosh. It's on YouTube. I don't want YouTube. Let me go there. Oh, it says I'm live. I don't want YouTube. Oh, it says I'm live. All right, there. That worked. It was an entirely different setup again today. Oh my gosh. Facebook, will you make up your mind? It's driving me crazy. Usually I have to hit the button to, all right, I'm trying to, there I am, to open, hey Betty Ann, to open up my advanced settings so I can set it to horizontal. I didn't have to do this. And now along the bottom, I have all those things that I didn't have before. I've got the reverse button. I've got all these icons at the bottom. And now it says it's ended, which I don't think it has. I'm just going to refresh the page. Usually what happens is it does that. I don't know why it does that. It drives me crazy as to why that it does that. I didn't change anything. All right. Okay. Yep, I'm still live. This crazy thing, I swear, it's like, Facebook, get your act together. Now, I will tell you, I made a change in my lighting. So we'll see if that helps a little bit. I had both lights at the top and I've moved one to the side. So I'm hoping that that doesn't, hey Barb, it says it's ended again and I know it hasn't. I like it because I can see my comments. Why is it doing that to me? All right, let me, and then when I refresh it, it goes to the page with the, all the, where you watch all the videos. It's not my personal page, and I want my personal page. So I'm going to change my account and see if that will help. Because then that way I can see comments that people are making. I wonder if it was because I wasn't, we'll find out. I've done it again. Let's see. All right. I have an idea. Again, I saw online. It wasn't by Stampin' Up. The person that did it didn't use Stampin' Up supplies. So I'm hoping to show you how, when you find something online, you can make it your own. So with that, I'm going to be using the Stylish Shapes dies to make frames. And I'm using specifically the square and the circle. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this around because I'm already behind time and get started. So if you get dizzy, close your eyes and don't open them until I say so. All right. I know a few of you do struggle with getting dizzy. All right. Give me a minute. Oh, poo, it didn't flip. Now it did. All right, hold on. I've got to get it lined up, so don't open yet. All right, let me see what that does. Ooh, so close. Pull it back a little. I have a tendency to work more towards the bottom, and I need to make sure that I can get the whole thing in. Tilt it just a little bit more. All right, I got it. So anybody that has their eyes closed, you can open them. All right, as I said, I'm going to be using the Stylish Shapes dies and the squares and the circles. And now it just says that the content I had isn't available right now. Why does it do this to me? Oh my gosh. Let me see here. I wanted to give you the name. I know why. It's because I'm not in I'm in my account, my Facebook page account. All right, I'll have to tell you the name. Hey, Linda, later. But I had saved the page, but now it's telling me that, all right, let me see. And when I hit saved, because I'm under creations in paper, it doesn't, I don't have anything. It's saved under Robbie Rabala. I'm going to try something. Hopefully it works. I'm trying to find that. I want the name of the person. Dang it. Oh, maybe it's under this one. Don't you love it when you have everything set? Yes, there it is. Okay. The person who did this was Dell Thompson. All right. So, and now, all right. Now I'm going to go back to creation. Oh my gosh. Facebook is driving me crazy today. So, all right. Hopefully I will get this and it will stay there. All right. So I wanted to show you how I did this. I'm going to start with the easy one first. I took the circles from the Stylish Shapes, and the first thing I did was I cut out the inside shape. I find it's easier to line up if you cut the smaller shape out first. Then you take the larger shape and you place it around. You can't do them at the same time because, well, I guess you probably could, but I find they end up slipping. So if you can get it, even if I tape it. So then you cut out the larger shape and you make sure it's even. And I think I'm off a little bit. So there's my frame. And that's how you can make frames with your shape dies. Now you can use any shape you want. I happen to choose circles and squares because that's what the lady used that I did it after. Okay. And okay, I've done something wrong. Hold on. I know what I've done wrong. I've just got to find a piece of paper. My card base is black, and I need a piece of white that's a little smaller. So I'm going to cut one real quick. I've got it. All right. So using my white paper, I'm going to take, I have a feeling this is going to be one of those days. And I can't see the picture. All right, this goes on here. All right. But I also wanted a leaf shape. Now I haven't punched all the pieces out. There we go again. It says that, I've lost my train of thought. Oh. Let me go home. No, I don't want that. I may just have to go on my, I'm going to try one more time. And if it does it, I'm just going to say, forget it. And I'll look at my iPad. I just won't see comments, so to speak. All right. I've got them on the iPad, but sometimes they go so quickly I can't see them. All right. So I use the artistic dies and I cut out this leaf shape. And I'm going to put this down, and then this is going to go on top. I think this is how she did it. This is how I'm going to do it. But I've got to glue this down, and wouldn't you know, the one thing I forgot to bring upstairs, my little bottle of glue, but I have another one. This is one that was busted. When I pulled out the pin, the skinny piece came out. I'm going to grab a piece of paper just in case I get it to come out really fast. All right, so I'm going to try this. All right, I got to get it started first. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those days. All right. All right, I've got it coming anyway, started. There. So I'm going to work my way down, adding little dots of glue in key spots. I usually try to find like junctures where there's more space. I will do the tip on this. All right. And I need my tweezers, which are over here because I took the other pair downstairs. I was working downstairs yesterday because now I'm putting my tip up at the top. Don't let me forget because I do. All right, I'm going to pick this up. All right, and I'm going to, all right, I did it wrong. Got to come from the other side. All right, here's this. So I'm going to put this down like so. And I'm going to take a block and put on top of it. And I'm just going to let that sit so that the glue can dry. I'm going to use a daisy with this, but I want to add some color to it. And I forgot my ink pad. The way she had done it was she had a yellow daisy with a darker center. So I'm going to try this and see. I'm going to take my lemon lolly, because that's what this is, and I'm going to add some color here and here. I decided to try it this way rather than, I don't know if this is going to work down here. I need 3. We'll find out. I might be able to make it work. I decided to add my color here rather than punching and then add my color because these are so delicate. I don't want them to, it's going to work on this one. I didn't want to rip off the petals. All right. And see, I have yellow in the center, so it's a little darker in the center. All right, now I've got to do this one. And hopefully I have enough space on this to do this side without getting that black. I dropped this in my ink pad. That is really hard to punch. I don't know why. I don't know if it's my punch needs sharpening or if it's just the paper or because it's an intricate punch. All right, that's there. I can move this out of the way. And I have my 3 pieces. And I think I'm going to use this one as the center, which means these 2 get curled down. I always do 3 daisies to give me a full look. If you don't care if it's only, you know, 1 single petal, and I didn't get my little punch, which is downstairs. I'll have to use a different one. And then the one that's on top, I curl up. And it gives it a nice full daisy. I'm going to grab my other little punch. And all I need is a scrap of white, which is over here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and punch my white. This is probably about 3/8 of an inch. I used the 1/2 inch before, but I decided to try the 3/8 inch on this since my piece is downstairs. And I think all of my packages that I had open of glue dots, nope, here's some back here. Whew. Well, there's one. Now I take a glue dot, and I know you can use glue Not me. Too fiddly for this. And then I just kind of set it in there, and I offset it so that I have some open spaces. That one's empty. Let me get my other piece here. And then I take and I put a glue dot on this, and I fill this in, and I just kind of play with it till I get all the pieces filled in. And see, then I have a nice full daisy. Of course, now I can't get that piece off. You have to be careful because you can rip those things. This one will work. So there's my daisy. Got it done. All right. This is done. Now I'm going to put this on a black card base. I decided to go with black because I think it will make the colors pop. All right, come on. There's a few pieces that aren't going to stick down. I may have to put tape on them later. Then I'm going to take and I'm going to add this to my card front. And now you can take and add, that looks crooked to me. I don't know. You can take and add, like I'm going to put this here, you can put a sentiment in there. I'm not going to worry about it. You know, if I want a sentiment, I'll add it before I mail it out. Now I'm going to add some more glue as I go around the circle. All right, I'm going to put my pin in it this time because I'm done. I think I am. There, yeah. All right, now I'm going to take my tweezers, pick it up, and I'm going to put this, I'm going to slide it over. And the reason I'm sliding it over is I have more space to put a sentiment there when I get ready to do this. You can put hello, happy birthday, whatever you want. All right, so there's that. Now this is going to go on here with dimensionals. All right, here's my dimensionals. So let me get those. Whoops. All right. Obviously, my ink wasn't dry and my glue dot didn't stick. So when that happens, add a little bit of glue and do it again. All right. All right. Now it'll stick. And I'm going to take my dimensionals and I'm going to put it on the back. All right. Take my back off. All right. Oops, missed one. And then this is going to go on here, and I'm going to pull it down so I'm not centered so it looks. So there's the first idea with the frame. And like I said, put a little sentiment in there. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to use the adhesive back sparkle gems on here, on both of these anyway. I love these, and they're not retiring, so I'm glad. I think I'm going to put the black because it'll really pop. Maybe a wrong color, but that's what I'm going with. All right, come on. Did you ever have one of those days where everything goes wrong? Oh, I have a feeling today's going to be one of those days for me. All right, there we go. And there's card one with the frame. This one is an easy one. You can use any leaf spray you want. You can put your leaf spray on top. I decided to put it underneath so that you'd focus more on that circle. All right, so there's card one. I'm going to set it aside. The second card that I'm going to do, I'm going to move all my stuff. I used my all-time favorite dies, and they're retiring. I used the Meadow dies, and these are the two that I used. That piece needs to come out. But even though these are retiring, I will continue to use them because I love them. They're just the right die for me. All right, and what I'm doing is I'm using rectangles this time. And I did the same thing. I did my center piece, and then I did my outside piece. Like I said, I've tried putting this on here and taping it and then putting the outside one. It inevitably slips, and I don't get a nice frame. So I just do it 2 separate times. So, all right. So there's my 3 frames. I have 3. I hope they all work. I don't know if they will all fit on my card, but we'll find out. All right. And here's my card. And this is going to go on like this. All right. But I'm thinking, all right, this I will cut off. I had this piece from a watercolor thing I did, and I haven't used it, so I decided to pull it out and use it. All right, so there's that piece is going to go there. Let me get it laid out. I don't know if I'm going to use this one. I pulled it. I'm going to use it, but I'm going to use it underneath. So, all right, let's see. I want this piece on first. I'm trying to weave it, so we'll see if it works. And I'm going all the way around on this because I'm not going to stick anything under it. This one, I would like to have it pop up through this one. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to attach this to my frame. All right, there's that piece. All right, I'll just do the one side and worry about the rest. And then this piece is going to go here. All right. And then this piece goes on top. Or do I want it underneath? No, I want it on top. All right. So now I can tape all of this down. And I'm not going to cut that piece off. Oh, poo. It came off. Got to get some under there. It came undone. There. It'll be close enough. All right, I'm going to put that there and stick that down. Ooh. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a block on here. Those are sticking up, so it'll be iffy. And then this piece goes on, and I'm going to put this piece underneath. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off. So give me a minute to cut this off. All right, and I can stick it back down. All right, I'm going to put the block up there. This piece goes underneath, so I won't put any there. All right, don't let me forget. All right. And then this one goes here. like so. And I just put that on wrong. Flip it around. The piece with no glue has to be at the bottom, so I can get this piece underneath of it and hidden. So let me add some glue to this. All right, now where's my tweezers? I'm going to move that block out of the way. When all else fails, pull in the pokey tool. It'll help hold it up. I'm going to do it at an angle. All right, now I need to add a block. There, here's another one. My big one has ink all over it. All right. I did not think this was going to be that difficult. But hopefully, excuse me, it will inspire you to give it a try. All right. And again, you can, I kept this basic white because I wanted the focus to be on the frames and the images. All right, there's that. Now, let me put this on. My card base, flip it over. It's off just a little. So if you put that piece that's not lined up perfectly in the back, nobody ever knows. All right, there. All right, and again, you've got space here for a small sentiment, here, here. I'm gonna, again, use the gems and, wonder what color to use this time. I think I'm gonna use the white because I think the black would be too much. So, I love these gems, and I have a feeling I will be using them a lot since they are carrying over. And, you know, they're neutral. They go with everything. So there's the next card. So here are the two cards for frame ideas. And again, they were inspired by a lady on Facebook. I can't see her name again. I said it at the beginning because if I do, I won't be able to get back to this. It will cut me off. So, all right. So what do you think, ladies? Ovals you could use, triangles, rectangles. You can use any shape and just kind of play with it and see how you want to use it on the card. This one might have been better if it was placed on the pink. Let's see if it works better if it's on the pink. Of course, naturally I don't have a pink one cut. It's a lot of white. I'm thinking the pink would be better. I think I'm going to switch it. All right, hang on. And I'll show you a little trick. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I stuck this down. Now, you cannot do this with glue, but if you use any kind of a tape runner, you can use this trick. All right, so give me a minute and I'll show you. What you do is you take your heat gun and you heat the back. Oh, thanks, guys. Let me grab my heat gun. And I usually set it down because it's easier. Now, it's probably going to move, so I'm going to stick my hip over here to hold it. And then you start heating it, and it releases the tape. You just have to be careful because it is this tape. This glue gun is hot. But see how easy this comes off? All right. And set that there. Now I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going to add a little more tape to the back. Sometimes you don't have to, but I want to make sure it stays stuck down, so I'm going to add some more tape. All right. Oh, yes. Definitely looks so much better on the pink. What do you guys think? Now make sure you hit that top, those corners good. If you have to, add a little bit of extra tape there. So I like that one better on the pink. She had done it on white, but I think it looks better with the color. I'm going to pick this one up so you can see it better. But they're the two ideas. I wanted you to see that the black kind of blended in. And I think it looks better on the pink. Quick and easy card, you know. I had the die cuts already cut out, so I didn't have to even cut them. I didn't have my shapes done, but I wanted to show you how to do those even if I had. All right, I'm going to get ready and flip this around. So if you get dizzy, close your eyes. All right. And let me get this back on here. Flip it around. Okay, got it all done. All right, ladies, I hope I've inspired you with today's ideas and that you'll give it a try and make sure you share it with us. I would love to see what you do. You might have to post it as a comment underneath the video so you can see. Sometimes you can't start your own post. You have to post it in something. So I will not be here next Saturday. I have our quarterly meeting. North Carolina has a very active demo group. I'm just really surprised. And they have quarterly meetings constantly. And then they have other meetings. You know, they have retreats and things like that that you can go to, which is great for us to get together and see each other. I haven't been to anything since last year at this time. And the reason I'm doing this one is it's right in my backyard. It's right here. So I love that it's here and I don't have to do any traveling. A lot of times they're all over the state, which is good because everybody can go. But sometimes they're just too far away. I don't want to travel that far and all. So I do try to do the North Carolina one. Sometimes I have things going on. But again, this year I was lucky and I didn't. All right, ladies, I will be live Monday night in the customer group, Wednesday on YouTube for next week. So I hope I see you in one of those places. Have a great weekend. We have gorgeous weather here. Hopefully you do too. If you're going to do the eclipse, please be safe. Use those special glasses, or I think you can take a paper or something and put a hole in it and then hold it up and see it on the ground. This is from years ago when I was a teacher. We used to do that. But please be safe with that. And hopefully you're not in the path of all that snow that's out there. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's, almost the middle of April and places are getting feet of snow. Have a great weekend. Bye.